How it's Max Zell from Cabal, and I'm about to show you something. I'm not gonna drink this stupid Coke because it's harmful. I'd rather drink juice. It definitely won't hurt me. How many times have you happened to see that at a table or on a picnic with friends? Because every modern feast has juice and carbonated drinks. Are those people right who condemn one thing while preferring something completely different? Or at least they're sure of it. I give to a personal use award for describing such people. Dogmatism. It's a belief in some certain things, but without any proofs or checks. It's not critical thinking. So why is Coke considered a harmful drink? You can ask your friends, relatives, or anyone around. Most likely you'll hear something along the lines of a lot of sugar, you can die, corrodes the stomach, erodes rust, and finally leads to obesity. The entire internet is saturated with these phrases, but what if I tell you that's not the case? First, let's start with the fact that I chose packet juice for a reason. We'll compare it with that. It turns out that Coke contains as much as 0 grams more sugar, and there are more calories in juice. I'm just saying. Yeah, if you overdo it with soda, it won't be very good for your health. But the same will happen if you choose the alternative in the form of juice. That's how much sugar is in a can of Coke. Seriously, I had this much to tea. A spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. Wait, and it's in a figurative meaning. I mean, I'm not really proud of it. In fact, you could have too much of a good thing. Not like, for real. Let's move on. It corrodes the stomach. Okay, let's open a scientific conference on gastronomy. To flavor it, citric, malic, which means apple, and phosphoric acids are added to it. The trick is that the stomach has such a strong acid inside that these ones can't harm it at all, because they're weaker. I'm proud of you. Needless to say, there are safe ingredients approved by the national health authorities in all countries where Coca-Cola is sold. But of course, it doesn't apply to sick stomachs, ulcers, gastritis, and all that. You can't have anything at all that increases the acidity of the stomach. Coke increases, and juice increases, and coffee increases, and sauces, and oranges, and fatty food, and alcohol. You can't have anything at all. Plus, some smart Alex like to claim that Coke dissolves a real meat steak in a couple of days. That's a goddamn outright lie! Even a week later, nothing happens to the meat. The internet is full of such experiments. I would have done my own one. I got Coke, but no meat. There was only one sausage left. I dipped it into cola. Then I got hungry and accidentally ate it, so the experiment didn't work out. The next thing of Coca-Cola is corroding rust. Arguing with it is pretty dumb, because Coke might really get rid of rust. But you know what else can try to get rid of rust? For example, citric acid. So don't drink lemon tea anymore, otherwise you'll die. Indeed, almost any acid and acid-containing drinks can try to get rid of rust. And even a regular lemon. Mythbusters experimented with Coke. Once they partially managed to dissolve some microcircuit. But here's the surprise, ordinary sugar water did the same. Water creates rust, Coke gets rid of rust. Draw conclusions. Drink Coke. Hold on. Water accelerates the process of rusting. It's created by oxygen. Draw conclusions, one shouldn't breathe. Nah, like, why do you think Coca-Cola is on sale? Probably because it's passed all the studies, tests, and it's already been proven by everyone around that it's harmless. Harmless in reasonable quantities. They aren't obliged to print the right amount for consumption in packages. You should have a good head on your shoulders. And if you haven't, then you can go and drink a barrel of Coke, or I don't know, gobble up a bag of sugar. Don't even dare to survive after that. If anything, that's not a challenge. I know what Die Hard's gonna say. Coca-Cola just paid everyone. And him, and her, and you, and me, who got 23 subscribers. In a nutshell, every single one. Well, arguing with people like you is pointless in the first place. No matter what, you will still say, and drink your Coke. And I will. And you drink your juice. Orange Juice Cafe. It's the European name for simply orange. It's produced by the Coca-Cola Company. How awkward. Simply orange, but in fact freaking indefinitely. And not even orange! In fact, Simply Orange, Granny, Snapple, the composition is almost the same everywhere. It's as harmful as Coke. So if you wanna show off and drink juice, then first find out about it thoroughly. If you've gained weight, it's not these things that are to blame, but your attitude toward them. So what's the conclusion? Coke is kind of unhealthy. Nah, that's not it. The most important thing in food and drink is to know when to stop. And I wasn't justifying Coke. Absolutely everything in this world is dangerous if you overdo it with that. And you shouldn't say at every turn that you know for a fact about all the dangers of Coke. Especially shouldn't do that if you just drunk some ordinary pack of juice. That's hypocrisy and untruth. Yeah, there are a lot of untruths on the internet, but the truth is somewhere nearby. One just needs to find it. It's with Maxwell from Cabal. Bye, everyone. Coke is kind of unhealthy. Nah, that's Pepsi that's dangerous.